and this is my sidekick, Dobby. We are coming from my brand new apartment. I am here today to do the BookTube Newbie Tag. Now, I've been on BookTube for about 2 months, but that still kind of makes me a newbie, and I was tagged for this by Book Your Imagination, so thanks for tagging me and forcing me to do this, which I'd already been thinking about doing for about a month. And the original tag was created by Brenda C., and I will link her video down below so you can check that out. Or you can click on Dobby's face and you can watch her video right there. The point of this tag is for me to have a chance to introduce myself and say what I'm excited about maybe what I've already done a little bit of, and what I'm planning to do here on BookTube. So the first question is, why did you start this channel? Now, I have done a whole lot of fandom things. I've worked for websites, I've done podcasts, I had a book discussion, book club thing going on with a couple people for about a year. And all of them have kind of fallen through because schedules have been weird or something or another. And this gives me an opportunity to kind of work on my own schedule and talk about books. And I don't have to wait for people that I actually know to read them if I'm just making a video and posting it. So I can talk all I want about the books as I finish them and as I'm excited to talk about them. And hopefully people want to hear that, but even if not, I at least have somewhere to talk about it. The next question is, what are some fun and unique things that you can bring to BookTube? So one thing is, I have kind of a cross perspective because I am obviously a total fangirl and reader of every, especially YA, but a little bit more than YA genre. I'm also a writer. I don't have anything published yet, but I'm working on it. And I'm also a teacher, so I kind of have a bunch of perspectives that I can use. There are a couple things that in my reading I've discovered that I noticed that I've scoured the internet and nobody else has noticed, and I have one video in particular planned that has to do with that. I just think that the more people that are on here and talking, the more likely you are to find people you connect to, find people that expand your mind. And even if I have nothing unique to say, who really cares? Because it's one more person that wants to talk about books, and what's wrong with that? What are you most excited about this new channel? I'm really excited. I mean, I'm hoping that I can meet new people through this and maybe find some people that agree with me or disagree with me and have some really fun discussions happening, because I'm usually the first one of my friends to read the books that I read, and that's kind of torture because I just want people to talk to, and that's really what I want to get out of this. Question 4 is, why do you love reading? I mean, I don't understand people that don't love reading. I used to say it's because you could kind of escape from your reality and go into somebody else's, but most of the stories I read and love the most aren't realities I would want to be in. So in a way, it lets you kind of get lost in somebody else's world of chaos. Not that many interesting things happen in my life. Not that I'm complaining, because like I said, I would not want to live most of the lives that these people live, but through them, I'm able to live these crazy, insane lives vicariously without actually being in danger on my own, which is amazing. And it gives you a whole bunch of experiences and perspective. There are people I can talk to about these. I've met so many people through my fandoms and through these books that I never would have met in real life. And some of them I now have met in real life. And I just love everything about the community and the experiences and everything. It's great. What's not to love? What book or book series got you into reading? I'm going to kind of cheat on this one because I have to talk about Harry Potter with this, even though it's probably not actually my answer, and I'll have multiple answers because of that. But Harry Potter is the thing that got me reading as a kid. I grew up with Harry. I read the first 3 when I was in 4th grade, and then 4, 5, 6, 7 I started the moment they were released. That is what got me reading as a kid. However, it's all I was reading as a kid, so I can't quite say it's what got me reading, because it's not what got me to become a real reader. And I'm gonna kind of cheat a second time, because The Hunger Games is similar in that that is what kind of introduced me back into the reading world, but there was still about a year in which I was only rereading Harry Potter and The Hunger Games after I read The Hunger Games. And ironically, if you know me well enough to know my feelings about where this series went, but ironically it was Divergent that put me on my spiral of reading nonstop all the time. Because I read Divergent and immediately read Insurgent. Allegiant wasn't out yet, which thank goodness, because it's possible I wouldn't have become a reader if it was. But right after that, I read Delirium and Matched, and I'm trying to look around. I don't even know. But literally that summer, I just devoured book after book, and I met a bunch of new people that summer, and it was really funny because I was known as Book Girl, and literally about a month before I had met those people, nobody would have even really called me a reader. A rereader, yes, because I was obsessed with Harry Potter and The Hunger Games, and I reread them over and over again, but not a new book reader. I never went into a new world, or at least not very often. So yeah, my answers are Harry Potter, Hunger Games, but really Divergent. Who'd have guessed? Next question. What questions would you like to ask your favorite booktuber? I assume this means other than will you be my best friend? Because that's what I really want to ask them. I don't know, I really want to know how they get people to send them books. Because I have one place that sends me books, and I love you, Entangled, a lot, because you are wonderful, but they get like really, really popular books early, and I want them. But that's still not a good question for me to be asking them. I don't know. Maybe I'll come back to this one in a second. And the last question is, what challenges do you think starting a BookTube channel will be the hardest to overcome? And obviously one of them is getting viewers, but like I said, I do this for myself. I do this to have an outlet to talk about these books that my friends haven't read yet, and I can't call them and discuss it with them. So if nobody's watching these, whatever, I'm talking to a camera, which is a little depressing, but still fun. Another thing I think will be difficult to overcome is actually getting ready for the videos, because I could rant about books forever, but I feel like I need to look somewhat presentable when I'm actually doing a video. So that's what's the hardest. Like, I actually have read 3 books since I've taped my last video, and I really need to start doing those videos before I start to forget the books. One thing I've already started to fix is remembering my reactions as I was reading, and I'm now using this notebook to help me with that. So that's one thing I've already started to overcome, which is helpful. Getting this guy to stop barking during a video without me having to hold him is something that I'm hoping we can overcome, because my arm hurts every time I do one of these videos. Because yeah, he's light, but when I'm holding him for 20 minutes, he's not that light. And, oh, but he's so cute. In fact, he is also one of the things that I wanted to show the world, because he's adorable, and I think that the whole BookTube universe should know how adorable my little Dobby is. He's squeaking down there right now. Let's see if you can get on camera. Can you get him up here? Yeah? Yeah? He's the cutest. Oh, right in his water. Alright, that's it. I'm excited to see what comes next on BookTube, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!